episode 9, Nueve. Still been a total wild ride with weather since ice off. We've had quite a few groups come and go already, from cabin and chalet stays to the RV sites that are placed throughout the property here, and there's some groups that are booked in for almost the whole season. Fishing days have been kind of up and down. It's all been really just about finding a good break in the weather. Even today, that's why I'm hunkered down here at the end of the day in the office. We've got thunder showers and quite a system on its way moving across. So of course that's delaying even further work, finishing some of the the RV sites that we had to tear up that are in front of the resort. So coming in, you still just see this kind of raw exposed land that we haven't had completely dry out, where we can put down material and finish those sites temporarily for the season anyways. Had some cool guests kind of pop by and come through. I've had a lot of people dropping by in to just see the resort, which is a little bit tricky because it's just me and Jen in between shifts that Jen has, so not a lot of time to extra socialize, but we do appreciate people coming by. I've only really had a chance to go out and fish in the evenings, and it's been every 3 or 4 days, maybe for an hour or two here. But I thought it might be a good time to give. I hate fishing reports. They're always something that's asked about in a location, is like, hey, can I get a fishing report? Because they're kind of irrelevant. By the time you even present a fishing report to somebody, whatever you had said, things have changed. So they're really, it's kind of by the fly. Fish sizes and, water temps are kind of things that might be a stronger answer that has some, weight to it. But an actual fishing report, by the time that's relayed from me on the phone or on a message to the individual and they get here, things have drastically changed. So I've always kind of been not one to provide accurate or important fishing reports. I will show you some of the flies that have been working for us, not exactly everybody out here, but some of the patterns that have been working up to date, and those could be maybe useful coming in for May next season, but that's kind of the right now. So I'm just going to show you a few of the patterns that we have been using in. Evening after a long day of work completing the RV sites. Today it was a really important day to get the gravel in place and design these 3 RV sites that was a burden for a while. It was over that whole large stretched area where all the trees had come out, so it was really we really put the gears down today. Dan seems to be doing just fine. Designing the site, so finished up and had an awesome dinner, and came out hopefully to catch a fish on a balanced leech. That's 14 feet down on a full balanced leech. You got a little rainbow. Yeah, nice way to end a tough day. Minnie loves this size fish. So do we. Nice little Sheridan bow.
I've seen the sun rise from mountaintops, slept on the wrong side of tabletops. I've climbed up trees that don't seem to stop, but it's home where my heart belongs. And it's the same as it's always been. Yeah, these roads keep us traveling. They're like rivers of wide and deep, who flow from land out into the sea. Drawn home, always drawn home, always.
So there's from all the trees being removed, I took Sherry, our nice quad, and trailer up to get some dirt and fill this garden that we made. So I went to Horse Lake Garden Center, which is just awesome, and picked out a few plants, but I also started a few plants this spring. So the bigger ones are from the garden center. I've got cucumber and zucchini here, and then all these little guys, hopefully they still work, but I started those about a month ago. Got some onions here, there's some cauliflower and broccoli back here, some kale, nasturtiums, tomatoes, peppers, beans, peas, and these beautiful soon-to-be snapdragons. They'll bloom. So that's our lovely little garden. Welcome.
Pollen. Crazy.
Yeah, these are actually good. Like the perfect time to pick them. You could pick a bunch of these and pickle them if you wanted, or just eat them.
Spruce tips.
Yeah. Ooh, they're a little bit lemony. A little bit bitter. Definitely sprucey.
It's mosquito time. Like all of a sudden, they're like super relentless. I haven't bought repellent yet. I didn't see any in my old gear bags, but if you're caribou bound soon, oh, they're getting me through the top of my hat. If you're caribou bound soon, remember your repellent, because it just started. Like, there's been a ton of rain, and now with a little bit of temperatures in the teens, skeets are out. It's a high water spring. We were just at Decca, and the water's super high there. You can see lots of puddles and stuff around. Skeeter time. Oof, those are big.
You got a sniff or something? Oh, what's this?
This is all wild strawberries.
So these are the soft little spruce tips I collected, and I just pickled some. I'd like to make some tartar sauce for some trout. It's just apple cider vinegar, water, and salt.
See, that's my socket, right? That black thing. It's a black socket. Probably has that already.
Just some
Old wire.
wire. And there's magnetic sand in here too.
Crazy.
Oh, it like jumps. I guess that round part there is the magnet.
No luck finding the lost socket.
There's always other treasures to be found.
Well, I just checked the Windy app. If you angle a lot, or if you're into boating or just generally outdoor activities, Windy, it's a great app to have. Very accurate with wind forecasts. And tonight we have a forecast coming in that should hit around probably 10 p.m. and all the way through till about 6 a.m. to gust close to 40. So that's northwest gusts, which kind of comes quartering right at the resort. So just to avoid some of the damage, we've pulled some of the bigger boats out. I've pulled my boat out as well. And it's just a lot of pressure on the cleats and you know, your bow rings or however you're tied into the dock. So, you know, it only takes 10 minutes to pull the boats, the ones that probably are holding the most weight. That puts also stress on the anchors of the dock. So, you know, gathered some of the troops and pulled out some of the boats. And yeah, I'll try and get some footage tonight. But she's gonna hit kind of you know, throughout the middle of the night. So I've also set my alarm clock. Had to go check the docks, but yeah, a little bit of a raunchy one on its way. That's what happens when you're in a resort and you're living lakeside. So yeah, we'll see how this one pans out tonight. Well, she's still ripping about 25k northwest, but yeah, we made it through the night without any dock damage. It's good that we pulled out some of the boats. All the anchors are in place, nothing slid, which is always nice. She's going to be kind of a messy one for the next few days here, and then it's supposed to switch over, so that's a good sign. I did head out in the middle of the night to check some of the connections, but it was just too black and nasty to film. But yeah, all's good. No damage, so that's always a plus. No dock damage either. Good stuff.
Hey everybody, Mr. Big Time here. You know, I don't get out as much on the still waters as I used to, but when I do, I demand a few things. So I'm up here at Piney Point Resort, which is Brent Gill's new endeavor. And I gotta say, I am impressed. Place is top notch. You're right on what I would consider the best fishing grounds. Today I went out, talked to a few fish, caught a few, dodged the anglers wondering why I was the only one catching fish. Now I'm back here having a vodka coke, enjoying a nice fireside rest. But I do have one complaint about the resort. I don't know about you, but I'm not used to getting up between the hours of 9 and 1:30 and not having a golf cart waiting to pick me up to run me down to my boat. So that's something Brent can work on, because it's a good 200-yard walk, and Mr. Big Time don't like to walk. I like to save my energy for the fish. Yeah, it's the boat that smells like fish. One of the other things I really like about this place, because Mr. Big Time does have a family, I allow them to be my family, is that you're only 10 minutes away from supplies. Because inevitably you get up here and somebody in your family is going to want something you didn't bring. Because Mr. Big Time only brings stuff that Mr. Big Time needs. So being 10 minutes from a full gas station, full restaurants, and a hardware store, supposedly, it's a good thing.